Hey guys, before we get started with this video, I would just like to say if you're enjoying my content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and give that notification bell a big ol' smack for me. It helps the channel out a lot. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video. Okie dokie folks, welcome back to Reading Your Comments. This is episode number 16. Once again, it's been a while since I have updated this series with a new episode, but you know how it is, I gotta make trolling videos overall, so yeah. So as usual, we've got a lot of comments to get through, and all these comments are the ones that came out after the episode 15, so a lot of these comments are old, but hopefully I'll be able to catch up to the newer ones when we get into future episodes. But anyways, with that aside, let's not waste any more time because we have a lot to do here, so let's jump right into it. Someone literally commits a crime and goes to Solera to hide from the cops. Solera, understandable, have a great day. Same person uses a capital letter, Solera, your free trial of living has ended. Yeah, Solera really needs to calm it down when it comes to their intolerance of the caps lock button. Like, legit, I've said it before and I'll say it again, you could be ordering properly, but if you do it in all caps, they're going to ban you. I think that kind of speaks volumes to how much they really need to calm it down over there. I remember I was watching one of your Solera videos a month ago, and I was watching on the TV. My mom came in and said, "What are you watching? What is this?" I said, "It's a guy correcting people's grammar at a Roblox game," and I explained how grammar was required at these games, and then my mom said, "Good for him. People should be using grammar anyways." That's amazing. I think I said this in a previous Reading Your Comments video, but I actually really like to know what parents think of my content. Now, that's kind of a risky move of me to ask for parents' thoughts, because some parents may like it, and some may not. And the last thing I want is an angry mom or dad to come up to me and start, yelling at me or something like that. Which I wouldn't be surprised if I end up having to deal with that at some point in my YouTube career. But I do wonder what parents think of my content. But if you have parents that are super strict and are super serious, I wouldn't recommend showing them my videos. Just gonna throw that out there right now. But if they have a sense of humor, then hey, if you want to, go ahead, I guess. And hey, if they like my content, even if they don't like it, let me know what they thought of it by leaving a comment, and I will certainly respond. Plot twist. They designed that jail specifically for Barney. They were waiting for him to come. This person was talking about Iron Cafe, and that'd be kind of funny if they made like a whole other jail specifically for me, like they memorize my alt names, so then the developers will just like make a script that makes it so that whenever one of my alts joins, when it spawns, it'll just automatically get teleported into the jail. Maybe I shouldn't say that. That might give some developers ideas. Barney, Sesamer, and Cube make money off of trolling? They need to get a real job. Oh man, I was waiting for somebody to say something like that. I was just waiting for it. I'm surprised we haven't had someone say that in this whole series. And we're at what, episode 16 now? I'm surprised we haven't seen this one before. But anyway, I actually had another YouTuber I watch be given this same statement before, or pretty much the same thing. Like, oh, you do YouTube, you should get a real job. And the way that he explained this was spot on. He said, oh, so you want me to get a real job, you say? So what would be a real job? Like working at a restaurant or a retail place or a construction site or something where I have to work for somebody else rather than being my own boss and making my own schedules and being able to control what I need to do in my own job? That kind of basically sums it up. Like, I don't know if this person was saying this as a joke or if they were being serious, because I know sometimes people like to say things like that in the comment sections of my videos just to get reactions out of people. That's why I censor their name. So me, Sesamer, Cube, and other YouTubers, we get to be our own bosses, pretty much. Because nobody can tell us when to record, nobody can tell us when to edit, nobody can tell us when to upload. We choose when we get to do these things. We are our own bosses. Now, you could make the argument that you could say YouTube is our boss. And, that's true. We do have to follow YouTube's, community guidelines, and we have to follow their rules. But other than that, outside of YouTube, nobody tells us what we can and can't do. If I wanted to just stop uploading, I could do that. If I wanted to upload more frequently, I could do that. If I wanted to upload less frequently, I could do that. If I want to change the style of how I edit my videos, I can do that. I have control over almost everything on this channel. Nobody outside of YouTube can tell me what I can and can't do with it, So as long as it stays within YouTube's community guidelines, I am my own boss. I am my own boss. Same thing with Sesamert, Cube, and any other monetized YouTuber. So I think that we have a much sweeter gig here than, going off and working for somebody else who, is basically going to tell us what we can and can't do with our job. You know what I mean? And on top of all of that, most of the time when you go to a retail job or, jobs that are more typical, like retail or whatever, most of the times those jobs are not enjoyable, That's why they're called work. Whereas most YouTubers enjoy doing what they do. I know I certainly do, and I would assume CubeDiction likes it. I know Sesamert did. Naturality, all those people. We all loved making content. We still do. Well, I don't know if, people like Sesamert and Naturality still do, because they kind of don't really upload anymore. But at least when they were uploading, they did, right? So, and I can assume CubeDiction does. He still uploads pretty consistently. I mean, you brought him up as an example, so, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. We get to be our own bosses. As someone who is 21 years old and still plays Roblox shamelessly, I love your videos, lol. Me and my little bro watch them. I'm 18 and still play it. It's not just a kid's game. It's been a part of my teen years and helped me through my depression. Same dude, I got all my older friends playing it. See, that's what I like to see. I hear it all the time that people say, oh yeah, Roblox is a kid's game. Why are you playing a kid's game when you're very obviously not 13 years old or something like that? Yeah, Roblox's main audience is kids. I think, most of us can agree with that. I don't think anybody's going to argue against that. But as long as you're doing it just, to play the game innocently and you're not, trying to be creepy about it, then I think that if you're an older person and you enjoy Roblox, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Or if you enjoy any kind of kids game or kids entertainment or anything like that, as long as you're not doing it in a creepy way or with creepy intentions and you're doing it just for innocent reasons, then I see no problem with that whatsoever. Yeah, some people may think it's weird, but you know what? If it makes you happy and that's what you want to do, then so what? Just ignore those people. There's gonna be haters no matter what. Stop being rude. It's disrespectful. Ah yes, the floor is made of floor. I don't think there's anything I can really say in response to this. I think this comment just kind of speaks for itself. I just kind of wanted to show that one because I thought it was funny. Oh my gosh, I was the one serving him. Now I feel bad. I didn't even know who they were. And I said, don't feel bad. You were just doing your job, lol. Lol, but your video was hilarious. Thank you. It's always interesting when the people I troll in the videos see the video and then leave a comment about it. Because, I don't know, it's just very interesting to me to hear what they have to say about it after they realize, number one, that it was me, and number two, they realize that they're on YouTube and all that. Sometimes people will be like, oh my gosh, I'm famous, or oh my gosh, this is so funny. A lot of times, I've noticed more times than not that when people come to my videos, at least when they leave comments about it, and they realize that they have been trolled, a lot of times on video, they were annoyed about it or seemed to be annoyed about it, but then when they see themselves on YouTube, they're like, okay, yeah, this was kind of funny. Maybe I shouldn't have been so serious about it. So, it's a breath of fresh air. Dang, this humor is so mature. It's funny because he called a staff member diarrhea. Someone needs to give this guy an Oscar. I'm sorry, this comment just makes me laugh so much, because it's true, like, my content is so immature, and it's like, this is my job now, right? I'm just calling people diarrhea for a living. Yeah, someone give me an Oscar. Keep the Oscars coming, folks. I am a comedic genius. I mean, very obviously they were saying this sarcastically, but it was funny, alright? It was funny nonetheless. I have a question. Why do you troll? What's so fun about trolling? Is it because you like causing trouble with the workers, or... I am not trying to be rude, I am just asking a genuine question. Well, number one, it's my job. For me, personally, you know. Most people, it's not their job to troll, but for me personally, it is. As I've mentioned many times in this video. You guys get it. Okay, Barney, we get it. This is your job. Lucky you. Shut up about it already. Alright, but the other reason is because it's funny to get reactions out of people. Because, like, in the games that I troll at, people are very serious. So it's always funny to get reactions out of people that are overly serious about things, because people that are overly serious usually overreact about things, you know? Like Solera Hotels, right? We were just talking about Solera Hotels. They're so serious and strict to the point that they hate capital letters, and they will ban people for using capital letters even if they're ordering right. I didn't want to do the ordering properly thing right now. So it's funny to just get reactions out of serious people, you know, because they're the ones that give the best ones. As a British person, your British accent wasn't that bad. British person here, your accent wasn't actually that bad. Well, thank you. I do try to make a good British accent, but the funny thing is, my friends disagree with you. As a matter of fact, I DM'd Programmer, and he demanded to know which video this was from, because I actually just showed him those comments that I just showed you, and he was like, what video is that from? And I actually even DM'd another friend, and she said, no, your accent's still bad. And I'm like, well, not according to these British people. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Imagine Gordon Ramsay watching this. I'd be terrified if I knew Gordon Ramsay was watching my videos, especially the ones where I try to act like him. I don't know if he would appreciate that very much, but he is a pretty serious dude, so I don't think he'd like my videos. Although I have seen that when he's with his family, he will be, you know, a lot more loose. He'll be a lot more, you know, he'll have a sense of humor and stuff like that. And he's kind of a troll to them, actually, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know. It may depend on what mood he's in. Maybe if he was in his goofy mood, maybe he'd like them. But I don't think he'd care for Roblox. I don't think so. Your laugh is very infectious. Barney's laugh sounds a bit weird. In a good way. So my laugh is infectiously weird? Is that what I'm supposed to take away from this? I mean, obviously these are two separate comments, but I thought it'd be kind of funny to put them together. Infectiously weird. Oh man, I'll think about that now every time I laugh. Actually, no, I won't, because I'd have to think about that pretty much all day long, because I laugh all day long. Barney, what is the song called at 19 seconds? I'm really curious. And also, could you put a link in the description for the song that you used in all of your videos? That would really help out a lot. Now, I did answer his question by replying to him, and I told him what the song was in that video. And you know what? I actually liked that recommendation, and you may have noticed that in the last few videos I've been doing that I have been leaving the names of the songs that I use in my videos. You'll find in the description of this one the name of whatever song I choose to play in the background of this one. Almost all the time, my music comes from Epidemic Sound. And Epidemic Sound is a massive, absolutely massive audio library that has, well, a massive amount of audio. But if you want to use their audio, you do need to purchase a license from them, and that does cost 15 USD a month. But trust me, if you have the money to spend, and you want high quality music and a huge amount of it, Epidemic Sound is for you. If you do use their music and you don't have a license, they are gonna copyright claim whatever videos that you put their music in. So if you're a YouTuber that wants good music, you have to spend the money to get a license. But once you've got the license, you can use anything and everything on Epidemic Sound as much as you want to. It's just you have to keep renewing the license every single month. And they have music, sound effects, all kinds of stuff. It's just endless. Absolutely endless. I would highly recommend it for any YouTuber that has the money to spend. Barney, if the staff are rude to you, you can report them to a high rank and get them demoted, lol. Oh, trust me, I know. But the thing is, I try not to do that as much as I want to sometimes, because I would feel bad if I got them demoted, because, you know, to us, a pixelated rank doesn't mean much. We would think it's meaningless, but to these workers, these ranks mean a lot to them. You know, like, just because we don't find it meaningful doesn't mean that others may not find it meaningful. You know what I mean? They may find it to be the most meaningful thing in the world to them. There's some people that really take it seriously, and you know, we make fun of them for that sometimes, but at the same time, that can really make them upset if they lose these ranks. Now, obviously, if they're doing stuff that's really bad, then yeah, I don't have a problem with contacting their superiors and getting them demoted. Like, if they were bypassing, being genuinely offensive and things like that. But even sometimes when I feel like they should be demoted, I don't do anything. I don't do anything about it because I'm like, man, I don't know. You know, maybe this rank means the world to them and this is the only good thing they have in their life or something like that, you know? And I could be potentially taking that away from them, you know? You just don't know. So I try not to do that unless it is absolutely necessary. And I feel like every troller out there needs to do that as well. That we shouldn't be looking for ways to get people demoted. If somebody needs to be demoted and they're actually doing stuff that's against the rules and stuff that, you know, they should be demoted for, then yeah, go for it. But if it's just because someone's being annoying or they're banning you over and over again when you're very clearly trolling, no. Don't try to, you know, frame them to get them demoted. Number one, it's probably not going to work. And number two, even if it does, you know, that's wrong, you know? So, like I said, I try not to do it unless it is absolutely necessary. And luckily, that does not happen too often. I could actually really go for a hot chocolate right now. Me, whose AC stopped working in the middle of summer. And I say, look man, I like hot chocolate, lol. I don't care what time of year it is. Naturally, I drink it less in the summer, but I still do once in a while. Funny enough, just before I started recording this, I actually did drink a hot chocolate. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, like I said, in the summertime or warmer times of the year, it's not as common that I drink hot chocolate, but during the colder times of the year, it's, of course, more common. I just really like hot chocolate. What can I say? A permanent ban is better than one for 999,999 days. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, they're both technically the same thing. You know, permanent ban, one for 999,999 days, technically they're the same thing. But when you see it, like, in your face saying, you know, 999 days or a million days or whatever, it just kind of, like, reminds you of just how long of a ban that is, you know what I mean? Rather, a permanent ban just kind of says permanently, you know? Which, yeah, it's the same thing, but I don't know, I just think that they seem different to me. I don't know, does anybody else kind of feel that way too? Put your pixel hands together! My trainer wears 2 short shorts! I know what you're referencing. That was when I trolled at Iron Cafe trainings, and there was a trainer who legit was not wearing pants. Or at least it appeared that way. And then she said, no, I'm actually just wearing short shorts. And I was like, yeah, 2 short shorts. Because it legit didn't look like she was wearing pants. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know why aesthetics do that sometimes. It's just kind of weird. I love your trolling videos, but why the burping? It grosses me out. I'm sorry, but the burping is genuinely disgusting. Just my personal opinion. I'm sorry, I always laugh whenever somebody calls me disgusting after I've done something that's disgusting. I don't know why that is. It just always has made me laugh. And why the burping? Because it's funny. The burping's funny. Maybe I should do a poll on the community tab and ask people if I should continue burping or not. Because, hey, if a lot of people don't like it, then I'll stop. But I really hope I don't have to, because I feel like that's kind of a part of my videos. Plus, it's always funny when I'm editing to hear myself burp. I don't know why. It cracks me up when I edit. Now, this one was a bit of a conversation that took place in the comment section, so I'm going to read you the conversation here, because I feel like this is important to talk about. I just want to say one thing. No offense, but trolling isn't funny in 2021. All you do is ruin the fun for others. Just let the people roleplay. From what I'm seeing, the admins did nothing. They're just doing what they want. Please stop, man. I hate to say, but it just isn't funny. And you keep villainizing staff for no reason. There is a reason nobody in the cafe community likes you. Because, once again, you're just ruining the fun for them. And you've been doing this for 2 years? My gosh! I don't hate you as a person. I just really can't stand these unfunny trolling videos that just ruin other people's fun. Then somebody responded saying, if this opinion is your own, that's fine. I don't agree with that. He makes videos solely for entertainment and nothing else. The only people that could be mentally hurt are people that have a bad sense of humor. You probably should see the trolling versus bullying video on his channel for context. Then the original commenter responded back saying, alright, now hear me out. Remember that Barney is an influencer. He has an audience mainly made up of young people. Those kids may not understand and take it too seriously. And then they go out and actually do harm. I'm a worker for Verde. I say about a quarter of the players are trollers. Plus, looking at the comments here, people are just insulting the cafe owners for no reason, calling them lazy, like this one. Plot twist. The admins needed some Windex to clean up the windows for their laziness of cleaning. That's why I don't like this. Not to mention, even if they aren't hurting people's feelings, they're still being a nuisance. And then somebody else replied saying, okay, but can you at least keep your opinion to yourself? You don't have to share your opinion. Also, I don't have the same opinion as you. To me, if someone trolled me, I would just play along with it. Also, this kind of offended me, because I troll in Roblox. And then the original commenter just pasted a long essay of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Whew! Yeah, there was a lot that happened there, so let's break this down, okay? We want to say one thing. No offense, but trolling isn't funny in 2021. That's your opinion, man. If you don't like trolling, you don't have to watch it. Just watch whatever you want to watch, you know? All you do is ruin the fun for others. Just let the people roleplay. Well, we don't ruin the fun, really. I mean, you've seen it in this very video. People that were workers that got trolled that found it funny. So yeah, it might ruin the fun for some people, but a lot of times they're people that take things too seriously. From what I'm seeing, the admins did nothing. They're just doing what they want. And you keep villainizing staff for no reason. I am not villainizing staff, dude. I might have done that when I started trolling, like, 2 years ago, when I did that war with Frappe. This point would make sense if you're talking about me from then, but me today, I don't do that, man. Like, sure, if an admin does something wrong, I will sometimes point it out, but I don't do that to villainize them. I do it to make a point that they're doing something wrong and they need to fix it. That's really the only reason I do it. There is a reason nobody in the cafe community likes you. That's just completely untrue. Dude, I've been in cafe discords and people have welcomed me to these discords, man. And I have literally done a series called Connect the Dots, where I interview owners of these games. Granted, it's a new series, but still, I literally interviewed owners of these games, dude. Like, some people may think, Barney, this guy's not being serious, he's just messing with you. I don't think so. I think he's being serious about this, man. But yeah, you don't hate me as a person, you just can't stand these unfunny trolling videos. Then, like I said, you don't need to watch. You don't need to watch. Nobody's forcing you to watch my content or anyone else's content. If you don't like it, then don't watch. It's that simple. And then, on to the person that responded to them. He makes his videos solely for entertainment and nothing else. The only people that can be mentally hurt are people that have a bad sense of humor. Now, yes, I do it for entertainment purposes, and it's my job. Hate to keep saying it. But yeah, but I have to say, the only people that could be mentally hurt are people with a bad sense of humor. That's not necessarily true. Some people are just sensitive. Some people that's really it, are sensitive. And that's not a bad thing. sometimes people are sensitive because of bad things that have happened to them. And there have been cases where people have said to me, man, you know, can you really stop? Like, this is actually starting to really offend me. And I just cut it out of the video entirely. Like, you just don't know about it because I cut it out, you know? Like, I'm not some kind of unfeeling monster that's going to just do things to humiliate people, you know? If people make it clear to me that they are, you know, genuinely feeling offense, I will take steps to stop that from happening. The only problem is that most people will not tell you that they're feeling genuine offense. So that's, you know, that's the problem. But, yeah. And then, on to the original commenter saying that I have an audience mainly made up of young people. Those kids may not understand and take it too seriously and then go out and actually cause harm. Now, yes, this is a valid point. That there are going to be some people that are going to see my videos and then think that that's a good enough excuse to go and cause trouble. Now, unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do about that. There's really nothing I can do. I tell people all the time not to send hate to anybody featured in my videos. I wish that was enough, but it's not. It may stop some people, but it's not going to stop everybody. At this point, it's beyond my control. It is literally beyond my control. And then he's talking about how he was looking in my comment sections and seeing people insulting people, and the example he used was not a very good example. The plot twist, the admins needed some Windex to clean up the windows for their laziness of cleaning. That's very obviously a joke. That's very obviously a joke. You don't clean up the windows in a pixelated cafe, dude. Like I said, some people may think this guy is just messing around, but the fact that he took the time, effort, and energy to come up with all these arguments just kind of shows to me that he's being serious about it. So that's not a really good example of what you're trying to say, but I do get where you're coming from. I just think you could have used a better example. Yes, I have seen comments of people insulting these games, and a lot of times those are the comments I have to avoid in this series, the reading comment series. I try to avoid those as best I can. And then they go on to say, not to mention, even if they aren't hurting people's feelings, they're still being a nuisance. So if I'm not hurting people's feelings, then what's the problem? If I'm just being a minor nuisance, then what's the issue with that? It's not like I'm being a danger to the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will sometimes end up doing things because of my videos. I understand that. But like I said, I don't send them to do these things. They act on their own. There's nothing I can do about that. Believe me, if there was, I would do it. But other than just not make videos, there's nothing I can do. And I'm not gonna not make videos, dude. And then the last thing, somebody asking this commenter to keep that opinion to themselves and that they don't have to share their opinion. I disagree with this. I think that if people don't like trolling, they are more than welcome to express their opinions of that topic. It's just that they have to be open to debate. That's what we're having right now. We're having a civil debate about this, you know? I don't have a problem with people saying they don't like that I troll or whatever, you know? So long as they're not attacking me over it, I'm okay with them saying that. It doesn't bother me. I'm fully okay with having a civil debate over it. So I think these people are more than welcome to share their opinion if they want to, so long as they're not attacking people over it. But, you know, then he goes on to talk about the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, which basically is him saying, I have free speech, which is true. He's free to speak his mind if he wants to. So, there you go. And on that note, that's where I'm gonna throw in the towel. That was quite a way to end an episode, don't you agree? Ay, jeez Louise. Anyway, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed this, make sure to let me know by leaving a like and to subscribe. And if you want a chance to be featured in another Reading Your Comments video, then let me know by leaving a comment. That is the only way you can get in. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for updates, twitter.com/BarneyHunter12. Make sure to check out that community tab, and also, please, make sure to check out my second channel, linked in the description, Barney's Weird Antics, to see what other kinds of content I create. Next video will be a trolling video, so look forward to that one, my friends. And as always, do not send hate to anyone featured in this video, because if you do that, you're giving people reason to not like trolling and not like my videos and whatnot. So don't do that, okay? But anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys next time.